Okay, starting up the stream. Let me get a preview of myself open on my second monitor. There we go. It's over here. Oh yeah, I need to get my stream URL monitor. Oh, there we go. Let me see how I look. Do I look gorgeous? I look gorgeous. Let me reduce the stream quality there so I can just watch my stream on my second monitor. Today I plan on continuing work on my prototype, my lawn mowing prototype, like ANSI graphics. And I'm working right now on a dialogue slash message system slash narrative delivery system because I got the basic mechanics, movement mechanics done. But one thing I've learned is that you have to have some emotional or narrative or character driven reason to continue to play. Even like the most addicting games, which you think have very sort of minimal story, like Stardew Valley, have tremendous amounts of emotional draw to them. So I think I'm gonna, even like Mario Odyssey, which is very mechanics based, it still has narrative pull and dialogue and emotion to it. So that's kind of something I learned from my last game, Snapshot Spirit Live. So I want to work on that. Speaking of which, you can always go check out my most recent game, Snapshot Spirit Live, by following the QR code on the screen. So let me just verify the quality of the QR code. Can people even see it? Yes, they can. All right, let me minimize this window again. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just getting things set up. There we go. And there we go. All right. So let's change the view and get back to work. Do I need some music? I've been having like bad luck with music recently. I feel like I shouldn't even have it in the back. Well, I want it. Question is, how do I get like good royalty-free music? I need my own playlist. Maybe I'll work on that later today. Let's see, search. Copyright free. Just play it nice and soft. There we go. Now keep it nice and chill. Do I still have it? Do I still have a stream? Is my stream frozen? Let's see. Let's test myself. Maybe I was just too focused. There we go. All right, let's get working. Okay. Switch it over here. Test messages. Okay. There's been a lot of changes since I last streamed. Maybe I need to show off what I've done recently. Here we go. Test. So I do work on this when I'm not streaming. So this is where I am now. Move it over here so you can see it. I should make it so it pops up in a place y'all can always see it. Let's see it. Position, let's do... Is this far enough to the left? A little more? This should be outside of my camera. Yeah, there we go. So this is where I'm at. Oh. So first is like the colors. I've made it so every time I restart the game it's a different set of colors, but I have 4 colors basically. And I can move backwards or forwards, and I can change the speed of my mower. Forwards and backwards. Let's go back down to 1. And I'll turn on my mower blade. And I can mow this pretty quick. And I can even slow down so I can do this bit. There we go. So the movement, I also have like a collision system over here, so I can't like leave boundaries. Alright. And I don't know if you can see, I've also worked on, or purchased, a set of screen effects tools to give it some character. I don't know if the stream can see it, but I have some very, very nuanced scan lines, some noise, visual noise, some bloom or glow to things. In fact, I can turn all those off and show you what it looks like without those. Or actually, I can just do that from initialize game. Resolution, setup stuff. There we go, game and screen effects. I just turn this to false. You can see how the game looks without those screen effects. I don't know if the stream kind of shows it, but it's just like more just solid pixel art. And that looks amateur. You can have pixel art games, but you need something to give it some je ne sais quoi, some va-va-voom. So right now, right here with the screen effects off, it looks very plain, I feel, but then I turn the screen effects on. Screen effects are called Horrify, Horri-FI. You can find it on itch.io. It's free to use, free to download, even for commercial products, which is why I liked it. And it's name your own price, but I paid $20 for it just because I just really liked it. I'd probably pay more if I keep using it, just to show appreciation. So this is where I'm at here. But now I want to work on the message system. I also have these colors, sort of randomized these 4 primary colors. I'll show off the primary colors also. Primary colors are, the lightest color is called Prime. The next lightest color is called Alt, which I have for the mower here. I have another color called Hazard, which is darker. And then the 4th color is the background color. And so I choose a hue. In this case, it's randomized to be like purple. And every time we restart the game, it's new colors. When I publish the game, or if this game gets published, I'll have settings where you can change the colors or have different color settings or systems. But let's make sure it always works. Another thing I worked on. But let's get back to working on my messaging system here. There's another thing I was working on a lot yesterday. I got basically the bones of it are working. So I have messages that can pop up. Over on the right side, I'll have like different people that can message you, and you can select the threads. And the idea with this is that as new messages come in, they get stored forever. And you can scroll up infinitely to see previous messages. They all get stored. I can see in the stream that those screen effects are coming through, which is good. And then right now I'm working on responses to messages, and then responses to the responses. And I think that's all I need to have the system working. So you might see me sitting around here thinking a lot because this gets kind of complex fast. But let's go over here. It's just temporary. Question is, do I build in the responses right into... I feel like that makes the most sense. I build the responses right in. So right now I have this array, this 2D array. So the first number represents which message it is from the sender. The first, and then you have the name of the sender, their message, and then 2 possible responses from the player. And those responses pop up here, and they give you a preview, and then you can select a response and it'll pop up as a new message. But I want it so well, I mean, pops up as a new message, and I have that as a test right here as the new message. But then what do I put as the response? Or how do I manage the response system? I'm actually going to turn down the music slightly so it can help me focus. There we go. There we go. I want to build in response to the response. What would that even look like? Global.messages, why? Do I build it here, or do I build it into like whatever is sending the messages? Well, let's try that system first. Because I have the message system working, I need something to check what response got selected. Actually, this is great. Do you know what? I'll build out the buttons and maybe that'll give me inspiration. So how do I want the buttons to look for the responses? I think I want the buttons to pop up down here. So we need some new sprites, I think. I think so. Let's make each one 200 by 200 by something. Work on that. No, let's do 200 by, I don't know, 80. Transparent. And actually, let me also change this because I noticed that position needs to be a little higher. Let's do 250 just so the QR code isn't blocking it. Let's see, preview. QR code's blocking it a little. Okay, let's make it a little higher. A little higher. There we go. That works out. Oh, also there's some chromatic aberration on the sides of the pixels, which also gives it some character, which is why you might see like some pixels looking slightly different colors than others. It's just a great filter. Horify is a great filter. Great filter. I really appreciate it. Anyway, one thing we can always rely on, since I'm trying to use all text graphics, is that the periods in my font of choice are just single pixel dots. So I can always use single pixel dots. What's the spread? I think it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. Oh. Oops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. Ah, that doesn't quite get there. But I can always make it a little bit taller. Or narrower. Yeah, let's just make it a little, I think this should work. I mean, I can have some test text here. Let's say, oh, phone call. One moment.
Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on. The commander and the chief for my crew on. Bullets rattling and whistle at your toque. Never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my look. This a war zone. This a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone.
Just phone call reminding me that I have a prescription I need to refill. There we go. Sorry about that. Back to testing this. So this. Oh. Oh. I want to change. Pixel emulator. There we go. This is the first line, and this is the second line. Huh. So I could actually make this a lot thinner, maybe? I mean, I can always make it bigger, right? So let's make it like this size. And then where it's rectangle arc. All right, let's get going on. Let's just copy this, move it to the other side. And then right now I'm just making the button outline for my dialogue option responses. And forget the pencil. Oh yeah, everything got messed up. No, it's N. There we go. N is that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, everything got messed up there. No, that's not right. One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click. There we go. Now the copying and pasting starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. Copy paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. Copy paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Anchor. Highlight. Copy paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anchor. Copy paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that also doesn't match up perfectly, but that's okay because I can crop it so it works. Yeah, there we go. Copy paste. Move this over to be the new side. Anchor. Copy paste. I can always make it smaller or bigger as needed. All right. Make sure the canvas size is the right size. Alrighty. So let's do this. Let's save that as my new button. And I need to start having a folder for art assets that I'm working with. So let's go to desktop, go to, need a new, I'll create it later. Let's call this S messages reply. Yeah. Right? How am I going to highlight which option? Maybe I'll do it with color. Worry about that later. And now I'll switch this to this really quick so I can go to my desktop and create a folder for my new art assets. New folder, more art assets. And I need to remember to go through and export everything that I have thus far. Alright, new sprite. S messages reply. Import. I guess y'all can see what's on my desktop this way, huh? I should just clear it out. Did I do top left? Yeah, I think so. Well, how in my reply? Objects, messages, reply. Let's do center middle. Right now, though, I need to just adjust some placements. Yeah, everything needs to get moved over. X, Y. $50. Let's try that. There we go. That is pretty good placement. The other one, little more. Of course, I'll adjust this after I get the sprite being drawn. There we go. And yeah, here we go. Raw sprite S messages reply 0 X Y 1 1 rotation of 0. Color will be global dot color. I do alt for now. Change it to prime later. Alpha of 1. See how that looks. Oh, that is way too big. That is monstrous. Okay, I need it way smaller. That's funny. All right, let's make it significant. Let's go like this. And I can always make it bigger. Copy and paste that, move it down here. And then copy, paste that, move it over here. Resize the canvas resolution. There we go. Messages reply. That was like weirdly big. Is that the... 198 by 57. Is that the size of this? No. Oh, cancel. Funny. All right, let's just change the name, I guess. Desktop. S messages reply v2. Export. There we go. That's a pretty good size. Height-wise, it's perfect. And then I want it a little wider, though. Let's make it a little wider. Width of 120. Let's do width of 140. Anchor that. One, two, three, four, five. Delete these, and then move these over. Crop to the proper canvas resolution. Let's make this version 3. Export. Import. try that. Oh, sorry about that. It's telling me I need a health appointment. Medical appointment. Sorry for the interruption. It's pretty good. I'm going to change the color to be prime. No, I like it as alt. Give something, give it a little bit more. Okay, so now I need to make it so this sprite only gets drawn if it's one of the two options. So let's do it. I can have a control object, or I can just handle it with just these two objects. Kind of want it handled in these objects. So how would I do that? How would I do that? I could... It will always default to the ath. So it should be over here. We can do region get inputs and region and call this var right. Yeah, because you could only move right if you're ath. All right, so var right is input check and I forgot how the new input works here. I just copy it over here. Input verb dot. There we go. I'll just do this. And let's do this pressed. Only right because only ever two objects. And let's move this over here. Step. Call this var left. Left. All right, so I have the inputs. And now, upon creation, highlighted, let's do hover equals true. Hover equals false. And then under the draw event, if hover draw that. I can turn this into a parent object if I need to. Do that later though. All right, and then step, region, change which response is covered. And region, if right, if instance exists, oh, messages, hold on. getting all these messages from my healthcare provider. If instance exists neg, then with messages wife neg hover equals true. I could do this simpler. Hover equals true and hover equals false. Also, if hover and there we go. Copy this over here. Just change this to left. Half. Half. All right, let's try it. Okay, so something's... Oh, there we go. I didn't do that. I might need to change where it gets created now, because I didn't account for that. At least the hover's working. Great. Nope, needs to be over more. Left more.
Switch.
Pretty good. I can always make them more further apart. I can make them more further apart as needed, but at least they're switching appropriately. Yeah. And now I need these objects to dictate what message it is. So let's go over here. I need to move this. So when it creates these, it needs to give it the message. So create. Call it my reply equals. Yeah, I need to turn this all into a parented object because copying and pasting is annoying. I'll do that later though, after I get the mechanics working. So when they get created, they need to... Okay, this is working out. When they get created, they need this. All right, so let's say with AF. So, I already have text. Let's call this my reply. My reply. My reply. I already had that set up. My reply. My new keyboard is so sensitive. Okay, I didn't break anything. Right? Oh, I did break something. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Draw event. Man, my phone is getting blown up. Because it says, okay, my reply, and then my reply. No, but I need the full reply. Oh, okay, because text was just shortened. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's call this my preview. Yeah, my preview. And then we'll have my reply and my preview. All right, so my reply, my preview. Walgreens is driving me nuts. My preview, and then draw. It's not my reply, but my preview. Then my reply needs to be stored as a different variable because the preview is going to be shortened. And I can maybe I can handle that in here, my preview. All right. It's working now? Yes. Yeah, I might move that over there, but my reply needs to be the full thing, which is this. Yeah, my reply, this would be 3. Oop. When Walgreens wants to refill your prescription, they hound you. Freaking A. That's how they keep you being a customer. You don't buy it. Gross. I know, I shouldn't have said that. Not on stream. All right, so my reply, my preview. I think I want this code handled in there. So I'm going to just go. Yeah. Maybe it needs to be here. Yeah, it does need to be here. But I can shorten this to just my reply. All right, let's see if that is still working, or did I break something? Oh, I did break something. Oh, yeah. Put that back because I need these variables. What? How does that not work? Should work. Oh. That's what's going on. This message's length needs to be moved. I just keep it like this. I mean, it works. So I'll just keep it like that. Oh, maybe not. Oh, this needs to be changed to other. Yeah. And now I can change string copy right? This should work now. Right? Yes. So that's working, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so we have the responses loading properly. Now I need to move this. So it's hovering. Let's change this to if. It's very annoying. That's why I have parent objects handle this so I don't have to copy and paste, but when you're prototyping, you gotta go fast. Just to see if it works. Because I'm gonna have an instruction here that if you select it, this is gonna, sorry, this is gonna drive me nuts. I need to move this a little over. So let's do affx to be 75, negx to be 225, just so there's a little bit more separation there. There we go. And now just remove this entirely. And I gotta go it over here. All right, so app. I'm highlighted. Move hover over to neg. I'm highlighted. Move hover over to app. But now I will have a new comment that says the action, which is like something getting selected. Post my reply. There we go. Except I don't want it to be keyboard. There we go. So let's do a new one called var action equals input rest input verb dot action. Let's do the same for neg. And this is the action. Post my reply. So if action, and it's pressed, right? Yes. If action So I need to copy some code over from here. region get array info. Var most recent message. There we go. So that's the first thing, and then the second thing so this would be the message, which would be my reply. And then 2, 3. Just be empty. And then instance destroy O messages Y reply. Y reply. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's see. All right, so I think that should work. I always encounter bugs, so let's find out what the bugs are. Okay. Most recent message. Not set before reading it. In neg. Did I not do that? Yep, I didn't do that. Okay. So that worked. Let's try it with AF. Okay, now I have the buttons working. This is just going to show most recent messages. Now I need to get to the system of like, how do I know what the reply to the reply should be? Reply to the reply. I mean, I could build it into this. I mean, it's getting pretty inelegant. But it's really like everything I need. So it'll be clunky, but worth it. 4, 5. So name, message, AF reply, neg reply, reply to AF, reply to neg. Yeah, that should work. So the AF reply would be like, thank you. Reply, wow, we'll talk later. Oh, that's a lot, but it might be worth it. Clunky, but it might be worth it. That means here I need to add some stuff to get updated, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, so let's go to the buttons. Four, 5. Oh, 4, 5. So my reply. So I need to store some more variables. All right, my reply, my preview, my reply, preview, next message. I like that. So let's declare a new variable called next message equals next message would be zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so that gets stored. Here we go. Step. Post my reply. Okay, my reply doesn't need this because stay empty. These are responses to responses. Which it should always, these always stay empty. And then this is next message response to app. Next message response to neg. And then this would be next message is app. So it would be next message. It's 11 o'clock. Can y'all wait till 11:30 for lunch? And then you can make your own? Hold on. Hold on. Something's not right. Yeah, all this has to get declared, one way or the other. Yes, so that's right. View my reply. Next message should always be let's post my reply. Okay, this is tricky. Okay, Sky, focus. So this is the reply. This posts the reply. Great. And this should also, okay, yeah. This should also stay empty. because this is my reply. Now this is going to be a response to the reply. Huh. So I need something that will post the reply. Quickly. Okay, so let's create a new object. Yeah, I think I got it. Actually, close out of these. Just want to make sure I run the game, make sure I haven't broken anything before I do something else. Okay. So it needs to have like a delay. Okay, so let's call this object O messages wife response. Oh, that's even like, yeah. Reply response. And this thing's, it will be persistent, but it will delete itself almost immediately. Because it'll have a timer. Max equals 1 times 60 minus 1. That just gives me a perfect second. Timer equals max. Oh, I can just do this. Never mind. And then if timer is greater than 0, timer instance destroy. So this is going to wait a second and then post all messages wife response. Yeah. So now I go over here and when I post my reply, add remove reply buttons. But I want here to be make object to post response to reply, which will be instance create layer xy instances O messages Y response. Say bar response with response. Oh. And then is this response? Yeah, so I need a variable to store the response. Response equals nothing for now. Response, let's say my response will equal next message. Yeah, right? Other dot next message. That's right, right? Next message. Instead of calling this next message, let's call it response message. Just so we have my reply, my preview. I can all just call this my response, but let's just say response message. Response message. Negative. Response message. No, it's called, yeah, response message. And actually, just because the word response is getting used too much, let's call message to post. I like that better. Too many uses of the word response. Message to repost. To post. Equals response message. Okay, so this stores the response message. All right, and then I need to go through this because this is the format. And I think this will work, except I need to change this to be wife name or just name equals Kayla. Name. And this is going to be message to post. And yeah. Okay, let's walk through this. So does this work? Okay, so this will post the response message or save the response message. And the response message gets saved in the buttons. Let's get everything over here. Okay, so that'll make the object that will post the next thing. And then this thing will run a timer. It'll run 1 second. Man, I'm worried this won't work because it has too many moving parts. So let's keep it simple. After reply, 1 second. It worked. It worked. Okay, let's try the other one. It worked. Yeah, because I think in any interaction, I don't need a huge back and forth. I don't think. I think everything is like message, a message and a reply that gets a response. All right. Can't believe that's working. I'm excited. I mean, I do want a system sometimes. Yeah, that feels right. I sometimes want like a long conversation, right? All right, so how would I do a system where I could have longer conversations? Where things could be stored back and forth. Well, I can't have choices then. This system is for when you need to make a choice. Now I need a system that just allows for some back and forth. Let's say just unlimited amount of back and forth with no choices. How would I do that? Do I need to work on that off stream so I can think about it? I think I got it, actually. Let's do it where... Well, a separate object could handle that entire interaction, right? So it would be a message would be received. Then what does the player do to send their message? Man, I don't know how to do it. What the heck is this music? Okay, nice and soft. That was a weird song. Oh, that was weird. That was funny. How do I do it? Oh, this controller's out of battery. Get more batteries. There we go. Is there a way I could design the game where it's just this, though? I could do it. Okay, so we need just a general object to handle which messages get sent when. But I will do that. Actually, let me make a note to do that after I make the parent objects for the responses. So for now, I'll do make parent object for replies, and then make system object for sending messages throughout the game. Maybe things could be relatively one-sided. I mean, it could because it could do that because if it says you here, that could be the cue that a response has to pop up. See, that would be a system. But like, if this says you, it knows what to do. Oh, I kind of like that. Maybe I can put off making the parent objects for now. Ooh, I like that a lot. I'll make ideas. Make a note here. Anytime a message starts with you, it tells the game that it needs a one-button reply. I like that. Another piece of housekeeping I need to do, is I need to maybe set up a global variable for like the most recent message, or maybe I don't. I can just have the first message be there, and then I can always check. Okay. I kind of like that. I kind of don't want to work on the parent object. I want to get to this. Well, first over here, messages wife. Let's create a variable name equals Kayla. Then here, hold on. I haven't hard-coded anything in this, have I? With the name? But I have here. I guess it doesn't need it then. All right, so next thing. Let's have this still there to test it. Then I need to work on single button replies. Oh, that's slick. I like that. Single response replies. That's the system I need. What I'll do here, I'll just save these for testing. Global.messages wife 0 0 equals 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 you. So funny. And the message would be, hey, just sending that. Yeah. Hello, Ava. All right, so it starts with you. So right now, it should just pop up this you. Okay, so now I need a system. I think OMessage's wife is the system because it is it's what draws the messages. Doing good. Working on this prototype. Message system is very complex, but I feel like I have to prototype it before I work on other parts of my game that are more like mechanically invigorating. To deliver narrative and character, it matters. So I need to add some regions here because this is getting kind of crazy. So let's make this region, call this check for new messages and region. And then let's call this region post replies responses and region. Hi, my love. What's up? Absolutely, you can. What are you making for lunch?
A PB&J sandwich.
Oh, tasty. And what's Wolfgang making? Do you know? All right. Enjoy lunch. There we go. So we can minimize that a little bit. Post replies and responses. Oh, okay. So this system, so it needs to check for new messages, post replies and responses. Let's do this region. Check for single reply messages. And region. So basically I want it to be like if if global.messages wife messages length 0, which is the name, equals you, I want it to create a response, a reply. First I need to check. I think this can check for specific types of strings. Let's do instance destroy classic. All right. Let's see. Yep, it works. So it can check for this. So what do I need it to do now? I need it to create a response. Now I already have afneg replies. So let's create a new object. Call it O messages wife call it back and forth button. Call it, this isn't a diverging, I need a name for this. Reply, response, and stream, convo, statement. Yeah. Statement is coming from, okay. If instance exists, O messages wife statement. Instance create layer fy, where the x should be 300, it should be 150. Statement x equals 150. Statement x half y instances O messages y statement. And then draw, copy some stuff, just copy all this. Ooh, I could still... Ooh, that'd be devious. I could still use the afneg buttons. But they post the same message? Nah, that wouldn't work. I want accurate previews. It has to be a separate object. Alright, so we have this, and then draw text. How do we do my preview? Bar statement equals with statement So what would I call this? Let's call this my statement equals my preview equals. And then sep and w, I think. Step W. Gonna move those over. So that'll still work. Oh, this song sucks. All right, so it's going to draw this, but what text is it going to draw? My statement equals global dot. Oh, see that doesn't work because sometimes I have replies. That's a trick. Because the replies have this. Oh, I could change it to be... Will that work? Oh, I have an idea. Call this you reply. Neg. Would that even work visually? You reply. Let's test it. And let's just make sure this part is cleared. So we have the reply is too long. I could just say reply. Would reply work? Your reply? At the same number of characters? It's too wide. Of course, I could just move everything over. Call it replying. Thing is, with such a crunchy pixel art game, I need to keep everything within very specific size limits. Just reply. Something like this to like make it visually distinct that it's not your name.
Let me watch something with your phone.
Oh yeah, what'd you make for lunch?
Because having made a
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly, I made jam and cheese.
Oh, jam and cheese is good. All right, yeah, enjoy. Can I get away with adding spaces here? Or is that just one too many characters? That might be too many characters. Oh, that's too many characters. Maybe I... Sorry that you encountered that issue, Ava. I mean, for my students at St. Thomas, I have them send me their Game Maker projects, and I've always been able to find the issue, as I have a lot of experience in Game Maker. Unfortunately, I can't do that for you, but I'm sure there's just an issue that needs to get fixed. But I'm going to start recording new platformer tutorials anyway, so maybe that'll be a good opportunity to start from scratch. And I've revamped the mechanics, new art, new mechanics. It's going to be really, really fun. Space is too many characters. I have to keep things to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters, I think, for names. All names have to be within 7 characters. Can I get away with 8 characters? Yeah, it has to stay there. Unless I move everything over, make it a little wider. It might be nice to give people some flexibility. So, oh yeah, and the new tutorials, they will be posted as like mainline videos to my YouTube channel. So yeah, I might stream some of them, but I'll also always make sure that they get posted as like a video. So if you're subscribed and I have the bell for notifications for my channel, you will get those notifications. So you don't have to worry about catching a stream. I'm going to start recording those this week. All right, so I think, yeah, things need to just be moved over. Just to give players more room for their names. So let's do name X. Can I just get away with that? Let's see what it looks like. What happens if I change it to like 20 or something? It's the same. Oh. There we go. Name X. X minus 10. Let's do that. That gives a little bit more room. Can we push the text over just slightly? What happens if I move it 10 pixels over? It's close, but it works. Now the question is... Oh, Affennig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 characters long. That would give people 9 characters to work with. Yeah. I wish I could get it to 10. I have to make the text narrower. I can do that, I think. Let's do max width of text on the screen. Okay, let's just make this, I don't know, 180. That gives me some room to move it over a few more pixels. I don't even have to go that far. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pixel, 9 characters, 10 characters, 11 characters. Let's see how it looks. Pretty good. 11 characters, 12, 13 characters. Yeah, that's the absolute max. It can't go any. Why? I kind of like that. Reply. And then I can have now I can have it check for you. Can I say reply ing? Does that look horrible? Yeah. The ing looks bad. All right, so that's reply. Over here, so if it equals you, it will now act differently, hopefully. All right, so now it's going to say you. If it equals you, instance messages wife statement. Messages. Update messages. Both are great engines. I love GameMaker personally. I think GameMaker is the best 2D game engine. But I think Godot is getting better. Unity is also great. I just find GameMaker incredibly intuitive for making games fast. Update messages. If check for new messages. Okay, so this is where it updates it. So this will always update messages. Okay. Okay, now this doesn't work. How do I do a back and forth? Oh, might need to work on this off stream. Plus, I need to eat lunch, set up my kids for their afternoon, and do some chores. So maybe I should end the stream and work on this off stream. Perhaps. Because right now, I'm doing too much to work around what I actually want to have happen. Because what I want to have happen is to be able to have a full convo back and forth. So maybe I need a script to like set up a series of messages. Yeah, I need a new system. I need to imagine a new system. And with that new system, I can probably change this back to you. Then I'll work on this off stream, see where I get. And maybe the afternoon I can stream a tutorial, because I need to get streaming those. Thanks, Ava. It's very supportive of you. I like that. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab lunch, and then after lunch probably stream the first tutorial for the new platformer. So thank y'all for watching. I'll be back later. See what progress I make. Peace out.